are about to know the thrill of seeing that which has never been seen before. You are about to enter a beautiful, exciting, wonderful new world. The world of 1960. For the first time in history, you'll see
interrupt your regular programming. This is a national emergency. The President of the United States or his designated representative will be speaking shortly on the emergency broadcast system. Please stand by. Ladies and gentlemen, President Kennedy will be speaking shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to give you an update on the situation regarding the Soviet Union and NATO. The North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected a launch of 80 intercontinental ballistic missiles. These missiles are believed to be carrying nuclear warheads. The targets of these missiles are unknown at this time, but it is believed that the majority of them will come across and hit the United States. The United States and other NATO members are currently preparing for counter-strikes against the Soviet Union. For all those all across the United States, I urge you to seek a fallout shelter right away. Take at least 14 days of supplies with you to your shelter, such as food, water, clothing, medical supplies, a flashlight, a first aid kit, and a battery-powered, or hand-cranked radio, preferably one with an alert indicator. Do not leave your shelter, as you are exposing yourself to radioactive fallout. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that this is a very scary situation, but we must work together to save lives, and we can rebuild, and make a stronger country. We will not fall to our enemies. America will not be broken. But for now, focus on saving you and your loved ones. Thank you for listening to my message. God bless you. And God bless the United States of America. That was a message from President Kennedy. Please stay tuned for more information.
Those who would trade our freedom for the soup kitchen of the welfare state have told us they have a utopian solution of peace without victory. They call their policy accommodation. And they say if we'll only avoid any direct confrontation with the enemy, he'll forget his evil ways and learn to love us. All who oppose them are indicted as warmongers. They say we offer simple answers to complex problems. Well, perhaps there is a simple answer. Not an easy answer, but simple. That a nation which can prefer disgrace to danger is prepared for a master and deserves one. Now let's set the record straight. There's no argument over the choice between peace and war. But there's only one guaranteed way you can have peace, and you can have it in the next second. Surrender. Admittedly, there's a risk in any course we follow other than this, but every lesson of history tells us that the greater risk lies in appeasement. And this is the specter our well-meaning liberal friends refuse to face, that their policy of accommodation is appeasement. And it gives no choice between peace and war, only between fight or surrender. If we continue to accommodate, continue to back and retreat.
Do you believe President Putin is trying to scare the rest of the world and Ukraine by mentioning the nuclear option? Can you tell me that? And can you tell me that he would never use a nuclear weapon?
Two things. I would disagree with you. Firstly, President Putin was not the one who ruined Minsk Accords.
Okay.
That was Ukrainian side. This is number one. Number two, Ukrainian, after the collapse of the Soviet Union, handed in all the nuclear weapons to the Russian Federation. But unfortunately, in the year of 2022, just a couple of months ago, in Munich conference, President Zelensky started to speak about possibility of generating a nuclear arms on the territory of Ukraine. And most probably you have witnessed that.
I was actually there, Dmitry, and I actually interviewed him, and I do remember him saying, look what we have got for giving up our nuclear weapons. And the real issue is now, what do you expect other countries to do when you ask them to give up their nuclear weapons? Because, you know, territorial integrity and sovereignty has been violated. Again, even your friends, the Chinese, have said they respect every nation's territorial integrity and sovereignty, including Ukraine's. Could I quickly ask you, though, I need to ask you this, because the world is afraid, and I want to know whether Putin intends the world to be afraid of the nuclear option. Would he use it?
President Putin intends to make the world listen to and understand our concerns. We've been trying to convey our concerns to the world, to Europe, to the United States, for a couple of decades, but no one would listen to us. And before it is too late, it was a decision to launch a special operation, military operation, to get rid of entire Russia that was created next to our borders.
What? To get rid of Russia?
Anti-Russia. Because Ukraine started to be, it was formed by the Western countries, anti-Russia.
Oh, okay.
This is the problem.
Okay, look, Ukraine is a country, sovereign, it's recognized by the United Nations, it's been around for a very, very long time, but I just want to know, I want to ask you again, is President Putin, because again, the Finnish president said to me that when he asked Putin directly about this, because President Putin has laid that card on the table, President Putin said that if anybody tries to stop him, very bad things will happen. And I want to know whether you are convinced or confident that your boss will not use that option.
Well, we have a concept of domestic security. And, well, it's public. You can read all the reasons for nuclear arms to be used. So if it is an existential threat for our country, then it can be used in accordance with our concept.
Well,
there are no other reasons that were mentioned in that text.
So you are basically saying only an existential threat to your country. I still don't know whether I've got a full answer from you, and I'm just going to assume that President Putin wants to scare the world and keep the world on tenterhooks.
We have a Soviet launch detection. B-Muse, confirmed a massive attack. Missile warning, no malfunction. Confidence is high. I repeat, confidence is high.
Cobra Data, is this an exercise?
Negative, this is not an exercise.
General, DBS is tracking 300 inbound Soviet ICBMs.
Tell me this is one of your simulations, Mr. Kicker. All right. Flush the bombers, get the subs in launch mode. We are at Defcon 1.
Defcon 1?
El presidente de Rusia, Vladimir Putin, ordenó este domingo a sus jefes de defensa poner en alerta máxima las fuerzas de disuasión nucleares del país y acusó a Occidente de tomar medidas no amistosas contra Rusia. Las tensiones internacionales ya están disparadas por la invasión rusa de Ucrania y la orden de Putin solo causa más alarma. Ordeno al ministro de Defensa y al jefe del Estado Mayor de las Fuerzas Armadas rusas que pongan las fuerzas de disuasión del ejército ruso en modo especial de servicio de combate. Con las tropas rusas acercándose a Kiev, la oficina del presidente de Ucrania informó que los enviados ucranianos se reunirán con los diplomáticos rusos. El portavoz del Kremlin, Dmitry Peskov, dijo que la reunión tendrá lugar en la región bielorrusa de Gomel, sin dar más detalles. La presidencia ucraniana no especificó la fecha de las conversaciones, pero Rusia dijo que tendrían lugar este domingo.
Уважаемые коллеги, вы видите, что западные страны предпринимают не только недружественные действия в отношении нашей страны в экономической сфере, я имею в виду нелегитимные санкции, о которых все хорошо знают, но высшие должностные лица ведущих стран НАТО допускают и агрессивные высказывания в адрес нашей страны. Поэтому приказываю министру обороны и начальнику генерального штаба перевести силы сдерживания российской армии в режим в особый режим несения боевого дежурства.
Внимание, расчет, пуск!
Уважаемые коллеги, вы видите...
Not only are Western countries taking unfriendly economic steps against our country, but the top officials of leading NATO countries are also making aggressive statements about our country. Therefore, I order the Minister of Defense and the Chief of the General Staff to put the deterrent forces of the Russian military to a special mode of combat duty.
Apenas 3 días después de ordenar la invasión de Ucrania, Vladimir Putin elevó el tono del conflicto con esta declaración que acabamos de ver. Poniendo a las fuerzas de disuasión nuclear en alerta especial de combate, el presidente ruso ha llevado a la crisis abierta con Occidente a una nueva dimensión. La orden de Putin se traduce en que las armas nucleares rusas estén preparadas para un eventual lanzamiento.
Alongside our allies and partners at any given time, approximately 400,000 American troops are currently standing watch in 155 countries and conducting operations every day to keep Americans safe. Currently, we are supporting our European allies in guarding NATO's eastern flank in the face of the unnecessary war of aggression by Russia against the people of Ukraine, and the assault on the democratic institutions and the rules-based international order that have prevented great power war for the last 78 years since the end of World War II. We are now facing two global powers, China and Russia, each with significant military capabilities, both who intend to fundamentally change the rules-based current global order. We are entering a world that is becoming more unstable, and the potential for significant international conflict between great powers is increasing, not decreasing.